What's going on, guys? It's Auzio here. Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got another Defenders tier list and we have got plenty of new cards to rank today. I am actually thinking of doing an updated icon tier list next week as well. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section if you would like to see that, and also leave a like on this video as well. Let's get into it, starting off with Foot Birthday Tchouaméni. The card is unreal. I've been using this card in the centre back position for the past 2 weeks. He is up there with the best. Tchouaméni is going to be our first S+ tier card. Konate Foot Fantasy, love him as well. Really solid card. In my opinion, he's not as good as Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni for me is just a level above, so I'm going to put Konate in the S tier. Rolfo, one of the best fullbacks in the entire game. A card that just needs to be in your team if you have got this card. You can even play her on 2 chemistry. It's not that big of a deal. She's still going to perform really well. Rolfo is amazing. S+ tier for her. Rudiger, fire card. Pace-wise, very nice. Catches up to players for fun. Aggression when going into tackles as well. Really solid. Do I believe, though, he's as good as someone like Konate? I think Konate's a level above him. Rudiger, I'm going to put him as our first A+ tier card. Quadrado, love the fact that he's got 5-star skill moves with a 5-star weak foot. Really nice on defense as well. Incredible going forward. Is he Rolfo good? I don't think he's on that S+ tier level, but I'm going to put him in the S tier. Chilwell's solid. Defensively, very nice. Great on the ball going forward as well. I don't think he's as good as Quadrado, so Chilwell, A+. Wolf, defensively, the guy is a monster. He has the height to win the headers as well, backstick. Going forward, definitely a little bit of an issue with that dribbling ability, so I'm going to put Wolf in the A+. Reece James, love him. The only thing that you will see every now and again that's a little bit awkward is some animations are just kind of getting thrown out there and it feels like they're not in control. It's like he tries to push someone off the ball, but you can tell the animation is not that animation you want to see. That's going to completely push the player. It's like one of those where it just kind of bounces off the individual. Reece James is very nice. I've been using this card for a while now and I have to put him in that S tier. Future Stars Udogie, I know a lot of people threw him into the Evo as soon as he came out. This card is nice, but I don't think he's as good as Reece James. Udogie, I'm going to put you in the A+. Mukiele, I hope they bring an Evo out that I can put this Mukiele into and he actually gets a real nice physical boost, because that's really the only thing that lets him down. The physicality. He's a player that's 6'2" that can't really push players out the way too easily. Mukiele, I used to use this card all the time, but I have to admit, he is going to be our first A tier card. He's not that card anymore. Mendy, love him. Best fullback in the entire game. S+ tier, 100%. Pedro Portal's solid. He obviously recently got an upgrade as well. He's a very nice card, but again, I don't feel like he's as good as Quadrado or Reece James. So I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Ogbonna used to be nice. He used to be up there. I do feel like, though, we have got better centre-backs now. So I'm going to put Ogbonna in the A tier. I don't think he's on that Rudiger level. Singles, defensively, it's like a very similar player to Wolf. Defensively, amazing. Has that height as well. Pushes players out the way for fun. But going forward, that dribbling ability is not great. Even though he's got 90 dribbling on the actual card, you notice that weird movement every now and again when trying to go for quick turns with him. I'm going to put Singo in the A+ tier. Harry Maguire, a card that came out a while back and a card that I cannot put on the same level as that Ogbonna. Ogbonna 100% is better. Harry Maguire is going to be our first B+ tier card. They actually did really well with the card. I thought they wouldn't have gave him like that big of an upgrade. They upgraded him really well. It's just compared to the centre backs we have now, he is not him. B+ for him. Gosens, I use the 5-star skill move version because I like the skill moves in like the left back position, because I usually use my left back as like the attacking fullback, and I didn't feel like the skill moves came off well at all. He was nice defensively, but not as good as someone like Pedro Portal or Singo or Wolf. So I'm going to put Gosens in the A tier. Koulibaly is still very nice. Very nice. The only issue that you have with this card is trying to get this guy on full chemistry. It can be a little bit of an issue unless you got like a ridiculous amount of icons, and then obviously you just get the manager for the nation. Koulibaly is very good though. I'm going to still put him in the A+ tier. Simicon, very solid as well. Got a very good upgrade. Not as good as Koulibaly in my opinion. Not as good as Rudiger in my opinion. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Rico Lewis, love the way he feels on the ball. Puts in some very good tackles as well. Very fast for a fullback. Rico Lewis, A+. Team of the Year Bright. Now, she was in the S+ tier for a while. I feel like now it's time to drop down. I'm going to be honest. Team of the Year Bright is still very good. I think she actually goes for around like 300,000 to 400,000 coins now, which is, for me, insanely cheap for a Team of the Year card. But she isn't S+ tier anymore, but she is definitely a comfortable S tier card. Acuna. Now, the thing with him is I love him in the midfield. As a midfield, as a box-to-box, he's really, really good in that midfield. It's just, as a fullback, that pace is not good enough. That pace is no longer good enough, and I'm going to put Acuna all the way into the B+ tier. As I said, as a midfielder, solid. It's just as a fullback, that pace to what we play up against now, the attackers having this like ridiculous amount of pace, he's just not good enough in that fullback position anymore. For birthday Leon, the reason a lot of people have pushed her to a side is because of that height. Like, she's really good at getting out to players, but this crossing method, this heading method in this game is absolutely insane, and she just becomes like a liability in that centre-back position. As a CDM, she is actually pretty solid, but as a centre-back, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to put her in the B+ tier. Ruben Dias Team of the Year, absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure how much he goes for now with this market just constantly crashing. I'll be surprised though if he is under 2 million coins because the card is amazing. S+ tier for Ruben Dias. Dodo, pace is solid. Physicals wise, no, just doesn't push anyone off the ball. Insanely small as well. I would rather have someone like Gosens in that fullback position. Dodo, I'm going to put you in the B+ tier. Araujo, absolutely incredible. Is he as good as someone like Ruben Dias? I love that Ruben Dias card. I also love this Araujo card. I don't think he's as good as Dias though. I'm going to put Araujo in the S tier, but this is definitely one of those like high-end S tier cards. Maybe you could even argue a foot in that S+ tier, but I'm going to put him in the S tier. Bastoni showdown card is really nice. I don't like playing up against him. A lot of people have evoed this card to make him even better, and the card is just ridiculous. Bastoni, is he S+? I feel like maybe S+ is pushing it. I'm going to put Bastoni also in the S tier. Sergio Ramos. This card, at the time he came out, obviously overpriced. I think there's no question about it. The reason he was that price was because it's Ramos at the end of the day. I really do hope they give him an incredible flashback card near the end of the year, because we all know that flashback card will be one of the best centre-backs in the entire game, and it's a player that does deserve to have a card like that in this game for sure. Sergio Ramos fire card. The sprint speed. The sprint speed is just not good enough against those attackers that we play up against now. The pace is just not good enough. Ramos, B+. Frimpong, talking about pace. This guy's got maxed out pace. Frimpong's arguably the best fullback in the entire game. For me, I would say he is second. Ferland Mendy, second or third behind Theo Hernandez. Up to you guys. Where do you guys think Frimpong deserves to go? Second or third? I think it probably goes Ferland Mendy, Theo, and then Frimpong. But I feel like there's a player that I'm missing right in between. But yeah, Frimpong is definitely S+ tier. Maitland-Niles, solid defensively, okay going forward. I really didn't find him anything amazing going forward. I actually thought he was going to be better going forward than what he was. Maitland-Niles, I'll put him in the A+ tier. Alfonso. This is a tough one. So Alfonso is still very nice. A lot of people still use this card. I use the card every now and again. I don't use the card as often as I used to. He used to be in a starting 11 like 100%, but I feel like with me having this Rolfo card, I just prefer Rolfo, to be honest to you. I'm going to put Alfonso in the S tier. I don't think he deserves to go S+ tier anymore. Eder Militao foot birthday card, another incredible card. Does he deserve to go S+? I feel like, again, 1 foot in the S+ tier, but majority in the S tier. Van der Ven, solid card, not expensive as well, 70,000 coins. He's not as good as like a Rojo, Eder Militao, Konate in my opinion, but I'm going to put him in the A+. Theo Hernandez Team of the Year card, again, up there with the best for sure. One of the best fullbacks in the game, S+ for him. Lodi Pro Life card. This was an SBC that I actually recommended a lot of people complete at the time. He was very, very good at the time he came out. Now, I feel like Lodi can't go on the same level as like Maitland-Niles. He can't go on the same level as like Pedro Porto either. I feel like those players are better. I'm going to put Lodi in the A tier. Bellerin solid. I do prefer Bellerin over Lodi. I don't like how you can't really push people out the way with Bellerin, but the dribbling ability is absolutely insane. What I would say is it would have been nice to be able to do like a La Croqueta with this guy. He's got 3-star skill moves, so he can't do that La Croqueta pass, which would have been very good with him. But I'm still going to put him in the A+ tier. Jan is so underrated in my opinion. He is a very, very good card. Same level as Bellerin. I'm going to put him A+. Emerson is good, but I don't really find him anything too amazing. Obviously, a card that's got potential. It's a road to the final card at the end of the day, but I'm going to say Emerson at this moment is an A tier card. I don't believe he deserves to go on the same level as Jan or Bellerin or the other fullbacks like Pedro Porter, for example, in that A+ tier. Team of the Year, Kachawi. No question about it. Incredible on the ball. Crazy passing ability. Unbelievable pace. S+. Kim Min-jae's Team of the Year honorable mention card. I used to use this card a lot to get that link to like Alfonso on the main and RTG. He is very good. He's still a very nice card. So cheap as well. He's always been like under 200,000 coins. Always been a cheap beast. Kim Min-jae, A+. Klaus's pace is very good. Going forward, the card does offer you a lot, but defensively, I feel like he lacks that defensive ability, you know, pushing people out of the way, putting in a good tackle, possession-based tackles. I'm going to put Klaus in the A tier. Di Lorenzo, the pace is there, but the dribbling is absolutely horrendous. I'm going to put Di Lorenzo in the B+. I don't think he deserves to go any higher than that. The Sassy's solid. Is he as good as a Rojo? No. Is he as good as Konate, Adair, Militao? No. But the Sassy, A+ for him. Kimpembe. Kimpembe's also very nice. Bruiser plus with, I believe it's Relentless plus as the other playstyle plus they gave him. Kimpembe is good, but he's not as good as those players in the S tier, in my opinion. I'm going to put Kimpembe in the A+ tier. Molina. Molina's solid. His pace is good. His dribbling is good as well. He is a very nice card. I'm going to put Molina in the A+ tier. I believe he deserves to go there with Jan, with players like Bellerin, or players like Pedro Porto as well. Honor Team of the Year, hate playing up against her. She's one of those players that you can't press because of how good she moves on the ball. Her dribbling ability is up there with like the best dribbling ability for fullback that you can get. Honor, S+. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's pace is what makes him like crazy. If you stick this guy on a Shadow Chem style and just run down the line, there's not many players that can catch up to this guy. His whip pass playstyle plus as well is very, very solid. Jordi Alba, A+. Grimaldo. Grimaldo for me is more of like a centre mid than he is a fullback. Like he is a good fullback, but as a centre mid, that's where you really see him kind of shine with that like long shot ability and everything. I do like Grimaldo, but again, I don't think he's anything too crazy. He's not as good as like Alfonso. Grimaldo, A+. De Ligt, Foot Fantasy. Now, he is definitely S+ or S. And I'm leaning more towards the S tier. I use this card and I feel like De Ligt is one of those players that gets out to people really quickly, but then the tackling animations every now and again can be a little bit weird, and he does lose out on a lot of 50-50s. So De Ligt, S tier. Saliba, I still rate this card highly. He came out a long time ago, but he is very nice. Saliba, Team of the Year honorable mention, S tier. I'm still putting him up there. Kyle Walker's Winter Wildcard. There was one year, one FIFA that we had an inform Walker that moved him into a centre-back position. It was like near the start of the year, and he was so good. The card was unreal. This Winter Wildcard Kyle Walker, at the time he was released, was solid, and also went for like a ridiculous amount of coins as well. I feel like compared to the centre-backs we have now, I feel like this card doesn't even deserve to go into the A+ tier, to be honest to you. We got a player like Kimpembe in the A+ tier. We got a player like Rudiger in the A+ tier. Those two are better. The tackling animations on Kyle Walker, they're good, but they're not as good as those two individuals. I'm going to put Kyle Walker in the A tier. The low composure as well in a centre-back position is not nice to work with. Tomori's Fire card. Tomori's Fire card is solid. I'm not going to say S tier though. He's a very nice card and he is quite still expensive, but I'm going to say A+ for him. Williamson, same issue as Leon. Great as like a CDM, but as a centre-back, because of that height, not being, you know, tall enough to win those 50-50 aerial battles and stuff, she's just not that great. And I feel like a lot of people have instantly pushed her to a side because of that height. And I agree. The height in the centre-back position this year is so important. Like every other year, people would end up using, what's his name? Cordoba, the hero card. This year, I don't think I've even seen one Cordoba in anyone's team. It's just because height is such like a massive thing this year because of the heading ability and the crossing meta. Williamson, B+. João Cancelo, a player that I used to use so much. I used to use the Trailblazer card. I used this team at a group stage card. Cancelo was a fullback that I needed in my team because he was just so good. I feel like he is so outdated though. You can throw this card into an Evo, I believe, and make him 5-star, but the sprint speed for fullback this late into the game now, I don't think it's good enough. Cancelo, B+. Bade is solid. He's good to get out the players. Great tackling ability as well. He's not as good as someone like the Sassy though. So I'm going to just put him in the A tier. Marquinhos Foot Fantasy. The thing that I've never been a huge fan of is the fact that he's not a player that's, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", a player that hasn't got like an unreal reach on him. His reach is very nice though, and I must say, transition with this guy is so much better than players like Konate, players like Bastoni, players like De Ligt as well. His transition is for sure up there. Am I gonna put him though on that S tier level? I feel like he's like right in between, to be honest with you, but I'm leaning more towards the A+ tier. Sule's road to the final card, 6'5", and they gave him an outrageous dribbling increase. The agility increase is absolutely insane for a player that's 6'5". He is great at putting in tackles as well. This is a tough one. He's definitely between S and A+. He's not S+ tier for sure. I'm gonna say though A+. He's definitely got 1 foot though in the S tier, for sure. Very nice card. A+ for him. Trent, Team of the Year honorable mention. The thing that made Trent so unique at the start of the year was the fact that he had the long ball playstyle plus. The fact that they removed that and gave him whip pass playstyle plus, I kind of feel like they put him in the same category as so many other fullbacks in this game because they have given whip pass playstyle plus to so many fullbacks. So this Trent card, he's not as good as you'll like him to be anymore. I feel like he's definitely below players like Klaus, Emerson, Lodi now. So I'm going to put Trent in the B+ tier. Lamptey's Future Stars card, the thing that a lot of people don't like about him is the strength. The strength is absolutely terrible. And I hope Lamptey does get a card in the future that gives him a lot of strength, because the card will be very nice. It's just with how he can't body literally anyone off the ball, it's so easy to get round him. Lamptey, I'm going to put him in the B+ tier. Todibo, what an SBC, by the way. What an SBC. Definitely was one of those SBCs that 100% was worth it. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. That intercept plus is so nice to work with in that centre-back position. Bronze, road to the final card. She can get some crazy upgrades. I feel like at this moment, she's a good card, but she's not really anything too insane. But then she's got that strength as well, so it's not easy to get round her. I'm going to put her in the A+ tier. Definitely a card that has potential, though, to go into that S tier for sure. Trippier, sprint speed. As a fullback, not enough. Not enough. B+ for Trippier. Akanji, intercept plus, amazing. Block plus, amazing as well. A lot of people threw him into that Evo, that showdown Evo, and made him even better. I like Akanji a lot in this game. I'm going to put him in the S tier. Matson, I believe is how you say it. Very nice card as well. Fast, great on the ball, good tackling ability. Not on Alfonso's level, not on Reece James's level, not on Cuadrado's level. A+ for him. Jimenez's road to the final card, a card that obviously has potential to get more upgrades as well. He's okay though, like the pace is alright, the tackling is alright. Is he as good as someone like Van der Ven? No. Is he as good as someone like the Sassy? No. Koulibaly? No, in my opinion. So I'm going to put him in the A tier. And now I'm looking at this Bade, to be honest to you. Like, is he as good as Jimenez? No, Jimenez is better. Is he as good as Kyle Walker? No, Kyle Walker's pace definitely allows me to say he is better than Bade. And Bade just isn't on the same level as someone like Ogbonna, Eva, or Simakan. I'm going to put him down. I don't think he deserves to go into that A tier with these cards going into the A tier. I'm going to move him down into the B+. Navas, weak, but very good on the ball. Great passing ability, great pace to him as well. I like the card. I'm going to put him A tier. Again, not as good as like Pedro Portal, not as good as Chilwell, but A tier for him. Team of the Year Reynard, absolutely insane. Team of the Year Reynard, there's only one spot. She's going to go S+. Camavinga. I've got this card on the RTG. I've had this card for a while on the RTG. And I did actually use him. I don't think I've ever used him in FUT Champ finals, but I used him in FUT Champ qualifiers plenty of times and also rivals as well, Elite Division rivals. And he did hold his spot pretty well, but I feel like the card was missing something. I feel like the card, it was fast, but sometimes he was getting outpaced, and the strength is not all that, but it's not bad either. I'm going to put Camavinga in the A tier. Winter Wildcard Havertz. This actually used to be a very good SBC card. Again, though, I feel like with the fullbacks we have now, he is still okay, but he's not as good as those fullbacks that we see in that A+ tier. He's not. Havertz, I'm going to put you in the A tier. Olga's weak. She can't push anyone off the ball, but again, this is a situation where she's so good going forward with her dribbling ability. Passing is pretty nice as well. Pace is very solid. I'm going to put Olga in the A tier. Gavardio's road to the final card definitely has a lot of potential. Definitely a card that has that potential to maybe even be in that S+ tier. I feel like at this moment, though, with players like a Rojo, a Militao, a Kanji, Bastoni being in an S tier, he's not as good as those players right now. I'm going to put him in the A+. Varane FUT birthday card, ridiculous. The thing about Varane that just makes him stand out over so many of these centre-backs, like a Militao, like a Rojo, like a Kanji, is the animations. This guy's animations are an absolute joke in this game. They're so good. Varane FUT birthday, S+ tier. Team of the Year VVD, you don't really say anything, do you? You don't need to mention anything. You just put them up there and you move on. Bowie FUT birthday card, really nice. Really, really nice. I don't use him as much anymore just because I got that Reece James card that gets max chemistry as soon as I get him into the team. I don't use Alfonso that much anymore. That's why Bowie's kind of been pushed aside for me, but I still like him a lot, and I'm going to have to put him in the S tier. Batcher is very good as well. Whip pass playstyle plus, incredible on the ball, super fast. Obviously, he has the height issues, like the heading ability is obviously not great, but everything else about the card is amazing. I'm going to put Batcher in the S tier. Umtiti, outdated. I think there's no question about it. Umtiti used to be a nice card, but now B+. Miguel, I am using this card on the First Owner RTG. If you guys don't know, I have started a First Owner RTG, so a third account, and it's Twitch exclusive. So if you guys want to check that out, link to my Twitch channel will be in the description. I have actually put this Miguel card into, I think it's the 88 or under Evo, or the 89 or under Evo. One of them. I'm pretty sure it's 88 or under. He's very good with the Evo. This card, though, without the Evo, A tier. But with the Evo, you notice a big difference. We ended up actually getting 20-0 on that account, and I feel like he was one of the main reasons because the overlapping runs and the defensive work rate is just unreal on him. FUT Fantasy Buongiorno, I believe is how you say it. I'm not 100%. To the Italian viewers, let me know how I did. Let me know if I said it correctly. Very good card, by the way. Such an underrated player, SBC. He got those FUT Fantasy upgrades. He's absolutely incredible, and I am going to say he deserves to go into the S tier. Balde is a player, to be honest, I don't actually know why he goes for the price he goes for. Like, he's a good card, but that price is a little bit much, right? He is very nice, though. The pace is already up there, so you can go for like a Backbone chem style or like a Sentinel chem style, maybe even a Gladiator if you really want to go forward and shoot with this guy. Balde is very nice. I'm going to put him in the A+. But yeah, the price is for sure up there, especially in this kind of market. Auburn's solid. Is he as good as Buongiorno, though? Is he as good as Saliba, Delict? I would say Auburn is just a level below, and that is the A+ tier. And just like that, we have got ourselves our defenders tier list. Let me know if there's anyone that you guys disagree with. Maybe there's a player that you believe deserves to go higher or lower. Let me know who it is in the comment section. And also, let me know your defensive line. Like, my defensive line right now, Rolf on the left, Chouameni left centre-back, Inform VVD, right centre-back, and then I got Reece James on the right-hand side. That's my my back four right now. Let me know your back four in the comment section. That's going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.